Welcome to the Football Forecast, your ultimate guide to the NFL week ahead. Get ready as we dive deep into the biggest matchups, analyze key player performances, and break down the strategies that could make or break your favorite team's chances. Whether you're looking to dominate your fantasy league, make smart picks and bets, or simply stay ahead of the game, we've got you covered with insights and predictions. So buckle up, football fans. It's time to get your game face on for another action-packed week in the NFL. While only one team can hoist the trophy at the end, it all starts with the forecast.
Yes, it is week 15 of the football forecast. No more buys. It is full steam ahead the rest of the way out here on the ETB Network. Make sure you can watch all Empty the Bench programming at youtube.com/ETB Network, including this show right here. Also follow us on social media at TFB Forecast ETB, where you can get our primetime picks as well as the Thursday night forecast, which, believe it or not, its season finale will be next week. But you get that and also so many more clips that come across with this show. And if you can't watch us on the video side on YouTube, make sure to listen to the football forecast wherever you get your favorite podcasts. All right, guys. Well, here we go. No more buys, as I said. We are full steam the rest of the way out, and we got a full house here in week 15 on the show this week. So you guys all ready to roll?
Let's go.
All right, so real quick, before we get started, let me go over last week real quick because the winner of Week 14 came down to the last game and more specifically the last play of the last game, and that ended up being yours truly as the Chargers hit the under, so that did provide a win for me there. So I'll take the 4 extra points with that, starting to get a little bit of momentum here. But let's talk about the standings real quick with 4 weeks to go in the regular season. So Mike is our leader with 234 points. Mike's also the only person right now that is over 500. He's at 106 and 102.
Overs, baby.
Yeah, overs, that's right. Yes, and you had the over on Thursday. Zan is at 103 and 105 for 220. 222, I should say. Christie's at 220. Nick Morganson, 218. Nick D's got 212. I've got 210. Tom and Grant, 206. And Ben with 198. But
hell yeah.
Hey, all good. Look, this year, the bad beats have just been coming in numbers. We saw it again to start week 15 with the Bucks. Most of us had the Bucks minus.
I literally had that Falcons pick. Screw me.
You did put it in.
I know. But, Bucks up by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and did not prevail, but it's just been that kind of year. But nevertheless, we turn the page. As I said, everybody plays now the full slate the rest of the way out. And one other thing that we have to incorporate this week for the first time, and Tom's trying to hold in his smile when I say this, but we do have playoff scenarios for the first time this season this week. So we have 3 playoff scenarios, which we'll get to over the course of the games. But this is going to be a wild ride. We still have a lot to determine here over the final 4 weeks of the season. So are we all ready?
Ready.
Ready.
All right, here we go for week 15 in the NFL. And Grant, we start things off on Fox with a Kevin Kugler, Daryl Moose Johnston, and Allison Williams special as we head to what will be frigid Soldier Field. We've got the Cleveland Browns, Shador Sanders and the Browns against Caleb Williams and yours and Zan's and Mike's Bears. Bears 7.5-point favorites and the total 38.5.
All right. So I have looked at the injury report for both teams here, and the Browns are far, far worse. They have ruled out. I actually have it saved on my laptop. They have ruled out Denzel Ward, David Njoku, Jack Conklin, Aiden Huntington, Dylan Sampson, Wyatt Taylor, and I'm going to say this one, but it doesn't matter, Deshaun Watson.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
So I probably should not do this for the first game of the week that we're talking about, but I am taking the Bears and also making them my lock of the week.
Oh my god!
Oh my God! What a shock!
We are starting hot.
Yep. Zan?
Yeah, I'm going a little bit more conservatively here. If I were to pick a team, I would be on the side of the Bears, but I just think for whatever reason, this is going to be one of those weird games where it doesn't make any sense, so I'm actually taking the over in this game.
Okay. Mike?
Yeah, I'm the exact same way as Zan. I think this is gonna go over 38.5, so I'm just gonna take the over here.
Okay. Ben?
I love the Browns here. Plus the 7.5. With the temperatures, it's 13 degrees. I think it's gonna be really hard to throw the football. It's gonna be a lot of ground and pound. The Browns have a fairly decent defense, specifically, and the Bears specifically have been a team all year that pretty much have been within a 7 to 10 point type of games, pretty much the whole entire season. I think the Browns, specifically with Shador, have been a lot better the last couple weeks here, obviously despite their record. So I'm going to take the Browns here at 7.5. I think it could be a very ugly game. I think the Bears will win, but it's going to be a very, very ugly game.
Ben, that's an excellent point, just considering too that it can't be a Bears game every single Sunday, almost a weekly occurrence without it being a touchdown or fewer games. So I could totally see your rationale happening for sure. So,
Yeah. Christy?
I just feel like the Bears, even though they are favored, I think the Browns are going to put up a fight. So I'm not picking a team. I'm going to pick the over.
Nick?
Yeah, I like the over too because, again, every time I've picked the Bears, the game always goes massively over, as I've noticed the pattern the past couple of times out. The Browns are hurt. Grant's right. They have a lot of injuries. But again, that's going to lead to more points because there's going to be less defense being played. So I think this is an easy over.
Tom?
Yeah, I mean, the injuries around Shador and what he does for Cleveland, concerns about the Bears and the way that they play, because, like Zan said, about the way that they play, and it always is close calls. I'm joining the majority here. I'm going with an over.
And I'm gonna join Ben. I'm gonna take the Browns. I don't see their defense laying another dud. I think the Bears will win, but I think it's going to land inside that number because also the Bears don't really blow teams out either. So it's quite the recipe. And if Shador Sanders can build off the success that he had last week, I think that makes that game a bit closer. But I still think the Bears will win, but I'm going to take the extra half a point and give me the Browns inside that number there at Soldier Field. What will be a frigid Soldier Field. I think they're talking about like the wind chill being like 17 below.
Yeah, it's going to be 17 below, one of the coldest games in the history. And they're also telling people not to bring cardboard boxes, so people are going to be really cold. We're going to be freezing.
Playoff-like atmosphere there in Chicago. Mike, it is in fact a Spiro, Adam, and Aditi special on CBS as we've got Lamar Jackson and the Ravens taking on Joe Burrow and the Bengals in this big AFC North showdown. And it's the Ravens 2.5-point favorites, and that total is at 51.5.
Yeah, I don't like the Ravens here whatsoever. I don't think they're going to – I don't know why. Lamar's just not playing good. We said this the last 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow came back. This Bengals team looks good. They've hit both times I picked them. I'm picking the Bengals here to cover the spread at plus 2.5. I do think they win, though.
All right. Nick?
I'm concerned about this game partially because I saw that we talked about the Joe Burrow comments that came out. Now, was there partial frustration in those comments?
I think there was, personally.
But
Me too.
It's still not good that he's in the media saying he's not having fun playing football and he's not really motivated to play football. But Michael's right.
Because he threw four touchdowns last week.
Right. But Michael, I agree with Michael, though, that Lamar and the Ravens have looked awful. The entire season, they've looked pretty bad. But I don't like those comments. Something's not right with Burrow. I don't know what it is. There's been injuries left and right with the receiver core, a little bit on and off. I'm going to lean on my gut and say the Ravens find a way to pull this out.
Tom?
I join everyone on the concerns of the way that the Ravens are playing. I mean, Lamar Jackson, we talked about it last week. Lamar's probably playing completely unhealthy. At the same rate, yeah, the Burrow has made the Bengals look great. You mentioned the 4 touchdowns last week, but then, of course, epic fourth quarter collapse to the Bills. And there's still the Bengals defense still not great. And to be honest with you, even if Lamar and the Ravens offense plays great, which I think they are due for a rebound with how weak the Bengals defense is, Ravens defense sometimes doesn't play lights out. And when we got to talk about a Joe Burrow resurging team, I mean, we saw what the Bengals did on Thanksgiving. Who's not to say that happens again? So you know what? I don't care if that's a big over-under number. I think this game, ladies and gentlemen, is getting loose.
Nice.
Give me the over.
All right.
That's a big loose, too.
Well, with one of the biggest totals of the week, too. Grant?
Yeah, I mean, Lamar is definitely, something is definitely wrong with him, because he always, for the last, 2 months, he's had 1 or 2 days off of practice and then practices 1 day and then plays. So something is definitely wrong with him. And they just haven't been playing good football. And I know that T. Higgins is going to be out this week with another concussion, but I trust the Bengals more than Lamar Jackson and the Ravens right now. So I'm going to take the Bengals to win and cover a 2-point spread or 2.5-point spread.
Zan?
Yeah, I'm on the Bengals train too. I just haven't really seen enough from the Ravens the last couple weeks, and they just really did not play their best football last week in a divisional game that I thought could have gone either way. Now you get another divisional game here against the Bengals team that's a fringe playoff elimination type of team where they need all the help they can get. And this is a game where the Ravens are, I don't know if they're overlooking Cincinnati, but this is one of those games where I feel like it's a letdown spot. If the game was in Baltimore, I'd feel a little differently. But going to the jungle, it's probably going to be freezing. And the Bengals always play them tough. And look at what they just did a couple weeks ago. It wasn't all that long ago that those two teams played. So I don't think the Ravens are going to be mentally ready. And as Grant said, I think something is really, really wrong with Lamar. So with all of those points in mind, I want the Bengals to at least cover the number.
Ben?
Yeah, so for me, this is a stay away type of game when it comes to the spread. Two teams right now specifically that are very, very up and down consistently. The Ravens, I think, are playing hurt, at least with Lamar's standpoint. And the Bengals specifically, I think, with Burrow back is great. But you saw what happened last week against the Bills. Their defense still is abysmal. But what is the Ravens and Bengals very similar like is they cannot stop the pass. So I think there will be a lot of points in this game. However, I think with a number at 51.5, I'm actually going to take the under in this one.
Okay. And Christy?
I don't know what's wrong with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson looks beat up. He just is not playing good at all. And even though I like the guy, I'm concerned for him. But I feel Bengals with Joe Burrow back at quarterback, he's provided that spark. So I'm going to go Bengals plus 2.5.
At the start of the year, I was high on the Ravens to get out of the AFC.
Yeah.
They're at the low point right now. I've been going against them a lot the last couple of weeks. But I watched the Bengal game last week, and I say to myself, there's only so many times that the Bengals can have that kind of game and garner my trust. This pick. This is a very tough game to decide, even with pretty much a pick and spread. But the thing I noticed too this week was there was no injury designated for Lamar Jackson. There was no injury designation. Now he did miss a day of practice, but they're saying that's because of rest. But I think that's kind of a big deal. And I also look at the fact that the Ravens are going to be looking for revenge from this game from when they played 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
This pick is more anti-Bengal than pro-Raven. I'm going to take the money and give me the Ravens. All right, we got 2 fast-track games in a row here, so just give me a quick pick through these. Tom, I'll start with you first. It is, in fact, a Chris Myers, Mark Schlereth, Jen Hale special on Fox, as we've got Jacoby Brissett of the Cardinals taking on C.J. Stroud and the red-hot Houston Texans. Texans 9.5-point home favorites.
Obviously, that's a little bit of a bigger line, but the Cardinals are they're just not a good team. At the same time, I don't think the Texans, are they the same Texans for a couple of years ago? No, we've talked about the Texans' struggles, but I honestly think they don't need to do too much to get to this line. However, I'm not going to focus on the line here since I don't see too many points being scored here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am taking the under.
Grant, what's your play?
Yeah, I am following Tom. I'm taking the under as well. I mean, the Cardinals have too many injuries, and the Texans will win this easily, but it's not a good game.
Okay. Zan.
I like a team here, and I think both of you guys are overthinking it. I think Houston blows out Arizona, and I don't even think it's remotely close. I mean, Arizona's a 3-win team for a reason, and you're asking them to go into a very, very tough environment. It's going to be bad news. Give me Houston to, at the very least, cover the number. So,
I mean, it could be 26-0. It could be 26-0, and the Texans still win a blowout. It's the under still hits.
Yep. Ben?
Yeah, I'm taking Houston. They're just the better team. Obviously, they're riding high right now. Their defense, obviously, the Jacoby Brissett, I think, is a fine quarterback, but, he's not a long-term quarterback. That honeymoon is completely over. Houston, 9.5.
Christy.
Houston been doing good. I'm going to go Texans -9.5.
Mike?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Texans here, win and cover.
Nick?
Yeah, same. They're going to cover. Cardinals are a crap team. I think they're going to blow it up at the end of the season. Cover.
And I'm red hot on the Texans, but they're not blowing teams out either. So give me the Cardinals plus 9.5 to hang in there down at the NRG. All right, next fast track again. A quick pick in this one, Nick. A Tom McCarthy, Ross Tucker, Tiffany Blackman special on CBS. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars home at NRG Stadium, a near 2-touchdown favorite against your Jets, and Brady Cook getting the start.
Third-string quarterback, massive disaster. Jaguars are going to score a bunch. Give me the over.
Tom?
Yeah, Cook is going to burn the kitchen. Jags, take the money.
Yeah. They all 13.5. Grant?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, in no way are the Jets even going to score 3 points in this game. They will score a goose egg. I'm sorry, Nick. It's true. But when you have your third-string quarterback, nothing goes right. So I will take the over because I am not trusting the Jaguars to I just don't want to take the Jaguars.
So you think the Jags are going to score 42 points, but you're not taking the spread?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I meant to take the under. I'm sorry.
Oh,
We'll take under. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go under. Go ahead, Zan.
I think for the second straight pick, a few of you guys were overthinking it. The Jacksonville Jaguars are my lock of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa.
We're gonna be that confident the Jets starting a third string quarterback. You might as well just lock the other side. So that's what I'm doing. So
Ben?
All right. Good luck.
I think a 2-touchdown spread is kind of high, to be honest. I'm taking the Jets plus 13.5.
yeah, what?
Wow.
Hello?
Not outright,
Hello?
but I am taking the Jets plus 13.5 here.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Christy?
The Jets are trash. They need to throw in the towel. Jaguars -13.5.
Mike, what are we doing here?
Spread's too big for the Jags. I'm following Ben.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm going over.
Yeah! Yeah!
Ben, hold on. I'm trying to give you a high five from up down here in South Carolina. I am also taking the Jets as well. I think their defense will cool off the Jaguars' offense just enough to land inside that number. That's what I'll do there. All right, now we'll get to a couple of good ones. Zan, critical game here at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. A Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, and Melanie Collins special on CBS. We've got Justin Herbert's Chargers against Pat Mahomes' Chiefs, and it's the Chiefs a 5.5-point home favorite.
Well, this is a do-or-die scenario for Kansas City, and you could argue something similar for the Chargers as well in a crowded AFC. I think the spread is very, very iffy, so I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to say points. Give me the over.
Ben?
Yeah, so you obviously look at these two teams right now. Obviously, two teams are trying to make a chance for the playoffs. I mean, the Chiefs, obviously, their playoff hopes are within this. I absolutely love the Chargers here, at least to cover the number. If the Chiefs win specifically, it's not going to be by a lot. They haven't beaten anybody specifically over by 10 points, I think, since like a month or two ago.
A month and a half
every game that they win has been close. I absolutely love the Chargers to cover this, and this is my lock of the week.
Oh,
interesting choice there. Yep, fair play. Christy?
Look, the Chiefs' playoff scenario is getting thinner and thinner by the minute, but I think even though the Chargers are coming off that big victory, that crazy victory over the Eagles on Monday Night Football, I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Sorry, picking the Chiefs. Lock of the week.
Wow. Swing. Wow, a huge swing. We
Huge
saw this
swing.
a couple of weeks ago between two players, too, where they locked on opposite ends.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Mike?
Yeah, I like the Chargers here. I don't think the Chiefs are gonna win by more than 3 points. So, and Chargers are getting their players back. They're finally healthy. So, I'm gonna take the Chargers to cover here.
And if the Chargers win, they sweep them, which would just be unbelievable. So,
Yeah, and they did win by
I
6
feel-
last time they played.
I feel really good about my lock, to be honest.
I'm going to jump in next, and I got to tell you, I can't touch the spread here because the public is telling you that they're not ready to eliminate the Chiefs yet. The number has actually been going up in the last day or so. So I don't want to touch it. I mean, the law, it's begging you to take the Chargers. There's no question about it. But I'm going to go in a different direction, and I am going to go. I'm going to go under because the reason why I'm not going to take a team here is because it's very favorable to take the Chargers. But let's also remember, they're going to be playing on a short week here, traveling to Kansas City to play early. Put a lot of effort into that game Monday night. And again, and Justin Herbert just had how is his left hand going to respond from playing that whole entire game less than a week after having it operated on?
I have no idea.
Great point.
Yeah.
That's why I can't take a team here. I almost could see the Chiefs sneaking out a touchdown win, but I just am not comfortable taking them either.
And
so
funny thing, the last game that Justin Herbert played, it was a total of 22-19. So technically, if you factor that in, and that was this game, that under would hit actually.
Mm-hmm.
Grant, I think this is 20-17, maybe 23-17. That is Nick shaking his head, so he doesn't agree with that. But I don't see a lot of points being scored in this game. So that's why I'm gonna go under, and I'm not gonna touch a team in this spot. Nick, what do you disagree about that?
This is so wrong. This is disrespect for the Chargers. The Chiefs are not the same team. Vegas is treating the Chiefs like this is the team of old that made the Super Bowl the last couple of years. Kelsey came out on his podcast and said, I can't play football anymore, and he can't run. I mean, Mahomes, I don't know what's going on. Like their offense is a joke. They can't score. The Chargers are a better offense. They're getting their players back. This spread is ridiculous. Give me the Chargers. I think they win outright in this game.
What do you think the spread should be?
I think the Chargers should be the favorite.
There's no way.
Chargers should be 2.5.
There's no way at Kansas City. Maybe if the game was in LA at this time of the year, if the game was at SoFi Stadium, you might get the Chargers at 2.5.
They're losing terrible games this year. How can I justify them winning by 6?
Well, that's why I'm not touching the spread. I'm not comfortable picking the spread here. The law, it's basically telling you to take the Chargers, and I'm just not comfortable doing that right now. I think they'll hang in there. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though. That's why I'm more comfortable going that direction.
I also think Herbert's the better quarterback option in this matchup right now, currently.
Even with the busted hand here?
That he is. If he was healthy, that's one thing. But that left hand, and you saw him go into that a lot in the game Monday night. That's why I'm not comfortable.
One last point I'll make, and then we'll move on, is that Herbert has been doing it with his legs. And the one big thing is the Chiefs are one of the worst teams in the league at stopping the rush with a quarterback. They are going to get burned by Herbert running the football in the game. And I think that's going to kill them.
That's kind of fair, but I also think you have Omarion Hampton to do that as well since he's back cheap. So Herbert.
But I'm saying he can adjust from not throwing, essentially.
Exactly.
That's fair. Now that point I will give you.
Exactly.
Sure. All right, Tom.
I think it's insane with Herbert's injury to say that he is the better quarterback. I think that's insane considering the history and reputation of Patrick Mahomes.
No, I think he means right this minute. I don't think he means overall. Is what he's.
Right.
I'm talking about this game.
Okay, fair enough. But when you consider the history and reputation of Patrick Mahomes, I know the Chiefs are on the ropes, but what happens every time the Chiefs are on the ropes?
It's not the same team, though.
I agree.
A lot of injuries, a lot of receivers, not the same. Kelsey, not the same player.
Here's what I'm going to say. I think, and to answer, first of all, I have an answer for Johnny's question about the line. I would put this at Chiefs 2.5.
I think that's what you could get it at is 2.5. Yes, that's a fair line.
And if it was
what I think too.
And if it was Chiefs 2.5, I would be comfortable taking the money on that. I don't feel comfortable taking the money on a 5.5 point game. Now, considering where the Chargers are, because they're banged up just like the Chiefs, Marion Hampton is back, but I question how much he can make up for a banged up Justin Herbert.
Right.
I think this is a very rare case where we can see a one possession Chiefs victory. So I think the Chiefs can still pull it out, but I'm going to take the Chargers plus 5.5. I don't think this is the end of the Chiefs this week. Come Christmas Day against Denver, that might end up being a very different story.
So fair. Yep. All right. Grant?
Yeah. All you guys bring up very good points. But you look at the hand injury with Justin Herbert, threw for completed 46% of his passes for 150 yards, probably I think less than that actually.
146 or something, 146, 147, somewhere in there.
Yeah, and yes, he had a touchdown, but he also had an interception. The only reason that the Chargers won was because Jalen Hurts threw 4. So, and I do agree that I don't think that the Chiefs are going to be out of it yet this week. I agree with Tom about next week because the Broncos are just lethal. But I don't trust either team to come out ahead at any point. So I'm going to take the under 41.5 today.
I will correct you on one thing, Grant. That game is going to be on Christmas Day. That's in 2 weeks. And I say that because the Chiefs actually managed to somehow stumble their way into luck with next week's opponent.
If we keeping a buck right now, we ass.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, still, that will be a game where maybe Mahomes can throw for 500.
Oh, God.
As of this recording, they are a 10% chance to make the playoffs right now.
Even 10? Oh, I thought it was even less than that.
They literally have to win on Sunday for
If they don't win, and there's a bunch of other scenarios, they're eliminated by Monday.
If they lose, they're not going to be eliminated this week. However, a loss will basically put them in elimination scenarios.
If the Bills and the Jaguars both win and they lose, I think they are eliminated this week.
Oh, God.
Wow. Okay.
Very critical one, and a critical one for all of us because we are in all different directions there in Kansas City. All right, Ben, to your main event on Sunday. It is, in fact, an Iron Eagle, J.J. Watt, Evan Washburn special on CBS, as we've got the New England Patriots, Drake May, and your Patriots home against Josh Allen and the Bills. And it is the Bills, a 1.5 point favorite. But before we go to you, let's go to Tom.
We have our first playoff scenario.
Ooh.
And it's a very important one.
Okay.
New England at minimum to clinch a playoff berth. There are 5 different scenarios, but 4 of them involve the tie, and I say screw the tie. For New England to simply clinch a playoff berth, all they have to do is watch Indianapolis and Houston both lose. However, the 4 best words: win and you're in. And not only would it be for a playoff berth, a win against Buffalo would clinch New England the AFC East. We would have our first division determined.
All right.
Wow.
So Ben, with all that in mind, your 10-win Pats are getting 1.5 at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah, give me a Sunday already. There has been a lot of social media about this game, and deservedly so. Of course, the last game that happened in Week 5, going into Buffalo and pulling that game out, that was kind of the point in time where the Patriots were kind of still like questioning in terms of how the team would be.
No one really knew until that game. You're right.
Yeah, the Bills, obviously, right now they feel like they still have a chance to win the division. And obviously, the last time the Patriots won the division, I was in the building, 2019. And of course, I put the picture in Slack if you guys want to know. But I obviously feel like this is going to be a very, very good game. But I'm not taking a spread line here. I love the over. I think this game is going to get absolutely loose.
Ben, I gotta say, I love it too.
Wait, Ben, Capitals?
Yeah. No,
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. So that would absolutely be capital. Yep.
This screams to me like a 30-27 type of game. Josh Allen and that team specifically, offensively, I think they would be able to kind of attack this Patriots team, especially without guys like Milton Williams, who did a really good job in Week 5 against the run. And I think they're going to use a lot of James Cook and their tight ends, who did really, really well. But the thing about the Patriots is they can attack the Bills against the run too, because the Bills cannot stop the run. So I do think that is one thing to take in consideration. But I think with a very desperate Bills team, they're going to come in playing with house money. I think they will score a lot of points. If I had to pick a team, I think we get it done. I really do. But I'm going to take the over here and play it safe because I do think there'll be a lot of points in this game.
All right. Christy?
I definitely agree with Ben on the high level of scoring that is very likely to happen in this game. That's why I'm taking the over.
Mike?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Rebecca.
Keep that. You know, with that banner, I'm taking the over. This is my lock of the week. I have not done it yet. I believe it or not, have not taken a lock on a spread. So it's the first one. I feel like this is a great game to do it. There's going to be a lot of points. This screams 60 points in this game.
I was going to say, is that your first total lock of the season?
It is.
Which is crazy.
I know, it's right up your alley. All right, I'll look it up. Let me go to Nick because I think Nick's going to have a coronary with all these spreads this week, and this is another one we were talking about before the show. Go ahead, Nick.
God.
No, I think this is blatant disrespect to the Patriots. I think, to be quite honest, I think the Patriots are the better team in this matchup. Actually, I think they're playing better football. Ben already said it that the Bills can't stop the run to save their own asses right now at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's going
all season. They can't stop the run all season.
And the way that the Bills played that game against the Bengals, which they should have won by a heck of a lot more than 5 points. They probably should have won that by like 14 or 17 points. That scares me a little bit with their defense. I got Patriots, and I'm a Jet fan, and I'm saying this. I have the Patriots. I think they win outright in this game. I really do. I think this is a disrespectful spread.
So you think they get it done? They wrap up the division.
AFC champ.
Yeah.
There you go.
By the way, so just went back. Look, yes, that is Mike's first total lock of the season. Yes.
And I'm assuming it's going to be freezing there too. So I think points are going to be
cold.
Ben, is there a little bit of snow that's hitting there before kickoff on Sunday?
There's a chance. It's been kind of like back and forth the last couple of days.
Yeah,
I think Josh Allen has proven he can play in the snow.
I was going to say that's not anything that Josh Allen doesn't know how to compete.
Yes,
but last week,
right? But at the same time, snow does make it harder to convert.
But for some reason, Josh Allen plays the best in the snow.
Mike
Tom,
Vrabel was a player on the Patriots. Of course, he knows how to play on how to coach.
No. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with playing in the snow.
Right.
I just said the execution is harder in the snow for points.
Tom, go ahead.
Okay, I understand that. I understood when we talked about the Chiefs-Charger line that the Chiefs are the favorite because they were the home team. The Patriots beat the Bills last time. The Patriots, and that was the game that was in Buffalo. The Patriots have been playing
Sunday Night Football. Yep.
The Patriots have been playing phenomenal football. The Bills have shown some struggles. I'm actually going to agree with Morganson on this. I think this is a little disrespectful towards the Patriots. Now, I understand, Josh Allen's not going to be affected by the snow, that the Bills are going to come out with a fire under them. But I think that's absolutely disrespectful to the way that the Patriots have been performing in this season. They are unbelievable. They are one of the best teams in not just the AFC, but in the NFL for a reason. I think they get it done outright. I agree with Nick. Give me the Pats plus 1.5. Give me Pats money line. Patriots to claim the AFC East.
Tom, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Grant, what do you have?
Yeah, I mean, both teams are playing pretty good. I will say this: I will give the edge to the Patriots. However, it's still Josh Allen, and Josh Allen can do some magician-like things. So, I mean, it's very hard to pick a team in this situation because of the fact that both teams are playing great. So I am going to take the over on 49.5. I mean, I will say this. I thought about saying this, but if anyone remembers, I think Michael will remember. A couple years ago, there was the Chiefs and Rams game, and there was like a total of 90 points or something like that.
Oh, more than that.
Oh my God! Was it that a legendary Monday Night Football game in like 2018 or 2019?
Yeah,
I don't think there's going to be that many points scored in this game, but I do think there will be over 50.
And that's all you need to hit the over. There you go. Zan?
Yeah, I think my fellow ETB Sports co-host is going to be very, very happy for me and with me because we always talk about this team every chance we can. As he just alluded to a minute ago, I think this line is totally disrespectful. I think New England sweeps the Bills and wins the division.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys think
another one for the thank you from Zan? Thank you.
Do you guys think that the reason why the Bills are the slight favorite is because of last week?
Correct. Yes.
If the Bills don't come back and beat the Bengals last week, I think we do see the Pats.
No, that is a fair assumption. I will agree with that.
But they were getting pulverized.
But Nick, there we go. But the fact is, they had to come back.
And who led them back last week? What was the reason why they came back?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
I wouldn't say it was fully Josh Allen.
I think Burrow's
mostly Josh Allen.
Burrow's picks had a role in it too.
Who's going to be the
factor?
And who's going to be the one person that's going to make the difference in this game?
Oh, I see where you're going.
I don't think Josh Allen is the full factor of this game. I really don't. He's going to have a good game, no doubt. But let's give Drake May some respect a little bit.
Drake May can make a big MVP statement this week. I'm not ruling that out, Nick, but I'm just not ready to hand over to the division just yet. I'm going to take the money.
Which means great because Johnny's always wrong.
and
oh my God.
Oh, that doesn't want to work.
I heard it.
And Johnny does not have the worst record this year anymore either. So
he is on a heater.
Oh, that's not saying much either.
Hold on. That deserves this.
But at the same time, I am still 20 games under 500. So yes, in all likelihood, that means the Patriots got 20.
Nick, I thought you were gonna play this.
Shots fired.
That too.
You have every reason to fade me. I get that. So an epic one there, though. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised the Pats get it done too because what they've been doing. All right, two quick fast track games, guys. I need quick picks through these. Really quick. So I'll go first in this one. A Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Megan O'Leary special on Fox. It's not Jaden Daniels. It is Marcus Mariota and the Commanders against Jackson Dart and my Giants. Yes, the Giants are 2.5-point favorites. And two things I have not said on this show much in recent years. Giants take the money. New York Giants, lock of the week.
Whoa!
And for all the people and the fans that are going to complain that, it's going to hurt our draft pick, we're not going to have the number 1 pick. Shut up.
There you go.
Go ahead, Tom.
How do I follow that one, man? First of all,
I don't know.
Poor Megan O'Leary. I can't believe they put her on this one.
I can't believe it either.
I guess they did.
Yeah, because I know you and Zen, you're UFC guys.
Of course. Yes, look, yeah, I mean, you look at the game. Look, I'm sorry. No Jaden Daniels. It's the same things that I've said about the Commanders for the last several weeks at this point. And yeah, it would be typical Giants fashion that we blow the number 1 pick in very quick because we have to have a win or two. And we're playing a couple of weak opponents in the Commanders and in a couple of weeks, the Raiders. But you know what? They have to win for the culture. You know why?
How would you describe the culture surrounding this football team? You know, the culture is actually damn good.
Oh,
I couldn't resist. That being said, you know what? Screw it. Screw with this crazy football season. New York, take the money. New York, lock the week.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Wait a minute. Did we just get a double lock of the week on the Giants?
Yes. That's what happened.
I don't know what's crazier. Giants take a lock of the week or Giants take the money.
Yeah.
Well, same thing.
We got to go real quick. I'm sorry. We talked the time now. Mike, go ahead.
This game sucks. I don't like this game whatsoever.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it's a cool game. Don't get me wrong.
Big game.
Yeah, big game. But I want the Giants to get a better draft pick, so Commanders.
Nick?
I originally had the Giants. Do I stay with it? All right.
You still do.
I'll stay with it. Fine, I'll take the money. I'm not confident, but I'll take it.
Man, I feel crazy. Grant, real quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the toilet flushing sound in here.
It's not that bad.
I mean, I'm sorry, Michael, but I think it is. I think it is. I'm taking the under on this. I mean, the Commanders, they have their backup, so and Dart is just one hit away from another concussion. Sorry.
Right.
Grant, just
Mariota's no
it's
slouch.
5 total picks in a row, by the way.
You've been done an over or under, yes.
All right.
All right, I'm Michael today.
No, you picked unders.
Yeah. Dan?
I don't do that.
This is the clown show game of the week. That's number 1. That's number 1.
Someone agrees with me. That's nice. That's
All right.
nice.
And number 2, the Giants will cover the number.
Okay. Ben?
Because Tom was so thankful about my Patriots.
Yeah.
I will be thankful and give the Giants. Well, actually, Johnny wasn't on my side, but I'll be even nice to Johnny. Giants take the money here. Okay. I wouldn't be saying that very much.
Christy?
Commanders are screwed. Giants take the money.
All right, there we go. And that's the first time
I'm
we've
the
had
only
a
one
chance.
going to get a point.
As long as it's under 46.5, I'll get a point.
It's going to be an over, and Commanders win.
All right, Nick, next fast track game, Joe Davis, Greg Olson, and Pam Oliver on Fox. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are 12.5-point favorites against not Geno Smith. It's Kenny Pickett and the Las Vegas Raiders in Philadelphia.
Wait.
I know
Raiders.
Guys, let him finish.
I'm locking the Raiders on the other side of the spread. The Eagles. What were the 2 injuries, Johnny? It was Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter are both out again.
Huge injuries on the line.
Very true.
offensive weapons have been disaster the last couple of weeks. Jalen Hurts is not on the same page whatsoever.
No,
He's had
not.
like 3 of his worst games in a row that he could possibly have. We're hearing in the Philly market that they're looking to bench him to start the second string quarterback, which they're not going to do. But fans are yelling.
Second string quarterback.
You forgot one other thing.
What?
Wait, what did you say, Grant?
Who even is the second string quarterback for the Eagles?
No, I'm saying that's who they're screaming for, but it's not going to happen. I think the Raiders win this outright. I really do. But I'm taking them I'm taking the Raiders as my lock.
The answer, by the way, I believe is Tanner McKee.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Tom, what are you picking?
You forgot one other thing. They popped already. They took out the bunny already.
Yes, you're right.
I do not disagree with Mr. Morgeson over here, with my good friend, because honestly, I was considering the Raiders plus as a lock of the week potential as well. I mean, the Eagles are banged up. The Eagles are an absolute crap show. The only thing that's saving them is that the Raiders are a crap show as well. And honestly,
they're a crap show, but they're a crap show, but they're a good crap show when it comes to covering the spread most weeks, though. They know how to do
not
that.
Not with this many injuries.
But the thing is, Zan, if I did Raiders plus 12.5 and I locked that, this would be the game that the Eagles absolutely go off. Even though I kind of do need some of that a little bit. But my fantasy teams, but that's neither here or there. I'm going with the Raiders plus 12.5.
Yeah.
All right, Grant.
I was considering doing the under, but it's just the Eagles are not on the same page, and 12.5 is a really large number. So let me clarify here. I do think the Eagles will win, but not by 12.5 or 13. So I'm gonna take the Raiders at 12.5.
I'm going to go kind of opposite of all you guys and go a little unconventional here. I actually like the over in this game. Because I think the Eagles should be able to score 39 points by themselves, even if they show up a little bit. So this is the game where if they choose to put on a master class, this is the week to do it. Okay. So give me the over.
Ben?
The Eagles are basically the NFC version of the Chiefs right now. Basically
100% right, by the way.
That's a good comparison.
Basically two teams that just played in the Super Bowl. Basically two teams that have been in absolute disarray. Love the Raiders here at plus 12.5. This feels like a 21-14 type of game. Very, very ugly. Eagle fans, you got to be worried.
Okay. Christy?
The Eagles are a clown show. Sorry. Raiders plus 12.5.
Mike?
Yeah, I need this to be a lot of points for fantasy, so I'm going to take the over here with Zan.
Okay. And I'm going to join most of you guys. I am also going to take the Raiders plus 12.5 there in Philadelphia.
Yes, I started a trend. Yes.
And they're getting a quarterback boost too with Kenny Pickett starting instead of Geno Smith there in Philadelphia. Now we go to the late window. 5 games all starting at 4:25. And Tom, we start with Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson on CBS as we've got the Denver Broncos, Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos at home at Empower Field at Mile High, getting 2.5 points against Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers.
I've been going back and forth on this one. This is probably the toughest pick of the week for me, honestly, because the Broncos are playing great, and I do indeed believe. At the same time, we crapped on the Packers a little bit for the way that they have been playing, but the last couple of weeks, I think, may have erased some of those doubts. And we haven't seen the Broncos tested against much NFC competition. I'm gonna go with the favorite in this one. I think Green Bay will manage to pull it off. The Broncos can afford a little bit of a stumble, and they'll manage to shake it off, and they'll end up still getting to the AFC West division. I'm not concerned, but for the Packers, who are in a tight race for the NFC North, I think they'll come out guns blazing. Take the money.
Okay. Grant?
I have said this, for every Packers game that ever happens. Screw the Packers. Whatever happens. But I trust the Broncos much more here in this situation. And I just want to I just want to. I'm gonna do this to myself. I don't care.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I just think that's funny because I'm a Bears fan. I hate the Packers, so I mean, I think that's a warranted sound. But I do believe that the Broncos will win.
Okay, Zan.
I hate to do this, but I really like Green Bay to go on the road and cover this number. I just think the way that they played the last couple of weeks, at least since Thanksgiving, and the way they were able to finish the Bears game, tells me that I think Denver is in for a rough day, and I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Packers should be able to edge it by at least 7. So with that said, I think they'll be fine enough to cover the numbers. So give me the Packers on the road.
Ben?
Yeah, this spread line specifically, this is basically telling me to stay away from this overall. The two really, really good teams. I love the under in this game. Two very, very good defenses. I think points are very, very going to be hard to come by in this type of game. And the Broncos, I mean, say what you want. They've been kind of in a team the last couple games here. They remind me of the Chiefs from last year, which a team specifically that they have really good pieces, but they seem how to find a way just to win games when honestly they might not be playing their best. So, I just can't really trust the Packers to obviously really cover this number. So I'm gonna take the under.
Christy.
I don't like this line at all. I really don't. And the Packers favorite at -2.5. I don't like that either. I think the Broncos are going to win. They're going to win ugly, and I'm picking Broncos plus 2.5.
All right, Mike. Broncos plus 2.5 or the over 42.5.
Broncos are going to win this game by 7+ points. I generally don't know why the Broncos aren't favored this game. They're at home. They're one of the best teams in the NFL. I don't understand this. This is such easy Broncos plus 2.5, and that's not even me being a biased Bears fan.
All right.
Nick, the 11-2 Broncos at home getting 2.5 points here. Where do you go?
This is disrespectful too. This is 10-game winning streak. 10-game winning streak. Are you kidding me, Vegas?
And the Packers
you're only favoring the Packers because they beat the Bears last week. That's what Vegas is doing.
Yeah, and you know what? That game told me nothing last week about the Packers. Right. So that's how I feel about the Packers. But the Broncos have been one of the best teams in the NFL this year. And you're telling me that they're not even a favorite in their home stadium?
Doesn't make sense.
Absolutely not. Broncos, I think they win this outright. I could see them winning this by a touchdown or more, to be quite honest. I don't think the Packers are as good as everybody says. Packers have had some really bad upsets this year also. So I wouldn't put it past them to have a clunker going into Denver.
Clunker.
By the way, if the Broncos win, they're in the playoffs officially.
Yeah.
When they win.
It's going to happen.
And you know what? Here's everybody on the show today. This is them walking, and bam, they fall right into a trap because they're begging you to take the Broncos. And that is why I'll be taking the Packers.
Let's go. Yeah, I like that. Let's go.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So let's just clarify. Let me explain why. The quarterback that I trust more is on the Packers. While I do trust the Broncos defense a little bit more. Mike, I mean, Jordan Love is.
I don't think Jordan Love's playing better than Bo Nix. I generally don't.
Did you watch in the last 2 weeks? Jordan Love?
He just throws the ball up in the air and it gets
Here's
caught.
one point I'll make to defend Michael. Okay. Jordan Love has been very streaky this entire year. He'll have two really good games, then he'll have two bad and two good and two bad. You don't know which Jordan Love you're going to get. That's where I think the defense would be for Michael.
That's fair. And guess what, though? He's on one of those hot streaks right now. I mean, one of those throws that he made against the Bears last week is the kind of throw that could take the Packers to the Super Bowl. Absolutely.
Johnny, let me just ask. Was that on the 45-yard touchdown? Is that the throw you're referring to? That was on Dennis Allen. That was not on anyone on the Bears defense. That was on a bad play call by Dennis Allen.
I think you know what, Christian Watson is back in the form right now. Now look, I'm not taking anything away from the Broncos because that defense is suffocating. I mean, it is one of the most. It is a very dangerous defense. It could but I think
best defense they've had in 10 years. Yeah,
Well,
it's
I
good.
think Jordan Love and company are equipped to weather it. So I'm going to take the Packers.
Thank you. I will add.
Well, I
will
couldn't
add
finish. I'm sorry, Tom. I tried to finish, but I got cut off.
Okay,
That's
all right.
my bad.
All right, I will add. Yeah, Denver clinches a playoff spot with a win. There are 4 other scenarios that involve ties, so I'm going to take them out. However, the same Indy loss and Houston loss scenario from New England also applies here. So an Indy loss and a Houston loss, and New England and Denver are both in automatically.
Well, that would help too. All right. Now let's go to another one here. This is a possible playoff preview here.
Yep.
Mike, Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi special on Fox. As we've got Jared Goff and the Lions taking on Matt Stafford and the Rams. Rams a 6-point favorite with a total at 54.5.
Very simple playoff scenario for Los Angeles. They can't clinch a division, but they can clinch a playoff spot. The 4 magic words: win and you're in.
All right, Mike. One of the biggest totals of the season.
Yeah, I don't like the over-under, actually. I don't like the 54.5. I don't think it's going to get loose. I do think there's going to be points. I think it's going to be like a 49-point total or 48-point total. But I don't take unders. So I'm gonna stick with the better team. The better team is the Rams. Yes, they did lose to the Panthers, but I'm going to take the Rams here. I think they win. I think Puka has a big game. I think Devontae Adams has a bounce back game here. And I think the Rams win by a touchdown.
Nick?
Yeah, the over's too high for me too. But that's a broken record you hear every week. Anyway, the Rams are the better team. They just have been all year. They're the Super Bowl favorite, in my opinion, so far. I just think they're the best team right now. I understand they lost to the Panthers. I know that was a bad loss, and Stafford had a really bad game. But that's one bad game for the most part that he's had all year.
They also bounce back after losses too, so it's not like they can't do the same thing here.
So the total's high, but the Rams will definitely win by at least a touchdown. I also think the Lions with the injuries. I think Amon-Ra was also injured on and off the past couple of weeks.
And he was when they played the Cowboys on Thursday.
I think he's going to play, but I don't. But I don't trust that he's 100% healthy.
No, I don't either.
And I think that's a massive factor. So give me the Rams.
Tom?
I think this is going to be a fun game. I would hate to see the Lions lose this kind of game, considering how much of a fight they're in to get one of those NFC playoff spots. But the Rams can't be denied. They are one of the best teams in football for a reason. All around great team. And that Panthers loss, that was a fluke. That was an absolute fluke. I not a fluke on that Carolina's bad team, because Carolina's in the thick of things all of a sudden as well with that division. But it was a fluke and a bad day for the Rams. And every team is liable to have a bad day. I said before, Rams, take the money, take the playoff berth.
Okay. Grant.
Over-under's too high. I will admit I am a little surprised that Michael didn't at least think about it, knowing him. But I trust the MVP Matthew Stafford more than I trust Jared Goff and the Lions right now. The Lions are good, don't get me wrong, but I mean Matthew Stafford has 4 interceptions this year and like 30 touchdowns with 4 games.
And one of them came in like a couple weeks ago, just in one game.
I mean, and what half of his interceptions were a couple of weeks ago.
35 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean seriously, like Michael was right. Stafford is gonna probably win MVP, and I'm gonna say I do believe that the Rams will be in the Super Bowl. I believe him now.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna take the Rams to cover a 6-point spread.
Zan.
Yeah, I think this is too tough of a spot for Detroit. This is a game that it needs, but the Rams are just the better team, and they know that they made some stupid mental errors last week in Carolina, and they know they need to clean things up before they go on what will be potentially an NFC Championship and or Super Bowl type of And so with that said, this is a get-right game for the Rams. Give me the Rams to win and cover the 6 points at home. So,
Ben?
2 words. Home field advantage, secondary. Lions don't have the secondary. Rams have the passing attack. Rams, home field advantage, cover the money.
let's go, man.
Christy?
I can't deny any of this. SoFi Stadium, Rams to prove the loss to the Panthers was a fluke. Rams, take the money.
Congratulations, Detroit.
Well, hey, I haven't gone yet.
Oh, you have? Oh, you didn't?
And the one reason why I do give the Lions a chance is because you don't want the Rams to be overlooking this, because then they've got the Seahawks to start Week 16 4 days later in a huge matchup. So that's my one concern. For the Lions, the big thing for them is, can their defense, their pass rush, get to Stafford? Because that secondary is injured and exposed, so they can get pressure up front. I just don't think you're going to be able to slow down Matt Stafford in this high-powered offense, though, enough. I think the Lions will score a bit, but the Rams are going to score a lot more. So I'm going to take the money. It's a clean.
Okay, now congratulations, Detroit.
Although we did have a clean sweep last week in Arizona, and the Rams won that one huge. So
unless Nick D is going to turn everything around on its head.
Boy.
I don't know what he would do here. That's it's close. We'll find out.
He's a big Rams supporter, so I'm going to say Rams.
I would say
he's also a Lions guy too, so it's really close. We'll find out.
He's so torn over this.
Yeah.
All right, Zan. I'm going to go to you next, because you're my fellow college football guy who watches college football games on Fox, right?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
You'll know this pairing: Jason Benetti, Robert Griffin III, and Sarah Kustok on Fox. As we've got the Carolina Panthers, the NFC South leading Carolina Panthers, 2.5-point favorites against Tyler Shuck and the Saints.
Yeah, the NFC South just got really weird this past Thursday night with that Tampa Bay Atlanta game, and now we get this game in the other divisional matchup. I don't know what Saints team is going to show up, but let me tell you this: the Panthers are going to come to play, and they're going to come ready to go. They clearly look like, as long as they can handle their business, they'll more than likely win the division. I think their quest to a potential division title is this week. Give me the Panthers to cover the number and win on the road.
Ben, fast track. What do you have?
Yeah, one of the best unknown stories in the NFL has been Tyler Shuck. The Saints quarterback has been absolutely awesome the last couple of weeks. Bryce Young, the Panthers, have been playing well. I'm taking the over here. There's going to be some points here.
Okay. Christy?
It's going to be loose, though. Not loose.
Oh.
Loose.
Yeah, lowercase loose.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just no, I'm gonna go. The Panthers have been doing their thing, so but I'm definitely gonna say Panthers take the money.
Mike?
Yeah, I like the over on this one. The Saints have been playing decent football, and the Panthers can score points, so over.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from the total. I like the Panthers to win. They're playing good football. They're beating teams they should not be beating this year at all. I think they're going to. I think they win this game. I think they win the division. Take the Panthers. The Saints are a giant question mark.
Tom?
I'd say that entire division is a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Panthers
Especially after last night.
Well, Panthers are playing well. Not going to question that. And they're probably going to have a new fire under them. Talisha, I mean, I will give credit. Yeah, there's only one word I'm going to sum up with this matchup. Loose.
42 points.
Exactly.
All it takes. Grant?
There honestly is a justified reason for both of picking a team or the over under on this situation. But I'm gonna actually pick a team here, and which I think is the smarter choice, and I'm gonna take the Panthers.
I think picking a team is the smarter choice. I do not like the Carolina Panthers as a favorite, though, and the numbers back that up. I'm taking the Saints.
Good luck with that.
I don't mind that pick.
11. Just think this, though: the Panthers have lost 11 straight games outright as a favorite.
Wow.
It's going to be 12 here.
They're not as good on the road either this year.
And and as much as they've played up the competition, they've also played down too. So we'll see. All right, Grant, next game is yours here. It is, in fact, an Andrew Catalon, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, A.J. Ross special on CBS. As we head to Lumen Field, we go from one quarterback revival to another And after nearly 5 years away from the game, it's Phillip Rivers and the Colts taking on Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. And the Seahawks, a near 2-touchdown home favorite.
Johnny, can I ask you a question? Is it actually confirmed that Phillip Rivers is actually playing?
So I will tell you,
There's a really good chance.
So as we're doing this recording, he's actually not off the practice squad yet, but all the speculation that it is going to be him, because the only other healthy quarterback right now on the roster is Brett Ripien. I can look at it real quick,
but just since you didn't mention it, I will say this: if Phillip Rivers is activated from the practice squad tomorrow or Sunday, he gets today or Sunday. I'm sorry. His Hall of Fame clock starts over.
No, he's got to play a snap in the game for his Hall of Fame clock to start over. So if they activate him and he doesn't end up playing in the game, it doesn't start over.
Oh, okay. Then I retract my previous statement. Sorry. But now I understand why the Seahawks are the favorites, because now the Colts probably the rest of the season, unless Phillip Rivers is somehow turns into a prime Phillip Rivers, I think this Colts season's over. Sorry for Colts fans that watch this. But this point spread is too big. But I will take the over on 42.5, honestly.
So we're doing this recording on Friday evening. Colts have not made an official decision on their starting QB, but it certainly seems like Rivers is in position to return. Because obviously we know Jones is out for the season. Riley Leonard, who was their second backup, sprained a knee ligament. Anthony Richardson's on IR, and Brett Ripien's the only other option.
Oh, yeah, they got to play Rivers then. That's what that means.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, barring something catastrophic here. But go ahead, Zan.
Yeah, I mean, I understand Grant's point that the number is too big, but I think a number in this spot where you don't know what Phillip Rivers you're going to get tells me that taking the big spread is the right play here. So give me Seattle to cover one of the biggest spreads that I think I picked here. Give me Seattle to cover near 2-touchdown spread at home against the Colts on Sunday.
Ben?
I'm going to go against Zan here. I think this number is a little too big. I do think the Seahawks will win this game, but I do think it was around a 10. I picked the cover here. 13.5 is a little too much for me. I do believe in Phillip Rivers' supremacy. I do think specifically if he comes back, he will play. And they probably don't have to really bank on him a lot specifically to pass the ball, because you have a guy that is really good in the backfield. That's a guy like Jonathan Taylor.
Which, by the way, they might have to rely on him solely to win the game. You never know. He might get 50 carries. You don't know.
Yikes!
I sure hope so.
All in all, I think the Colts will find a way to keep that number within. So I'm going to take.
Wow. Okay.
Christy?
I mean, this over-under does look too big, but I just can't bet against Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. I just can't do it, so I'm going Seahawks, take the money.
Mike?
Yeah, call me crazy, but if Phillip Rivers plays, I think he's going to have a good game. I don't know why. I have a feeling if he plays, he's going to throw for like 230 and 2 touchdowns. Yikes. Yeah, most of his yards are going to come from tight ends and halfback screens.
He's probably also going to be handing the ball off to Jonathan Taylor a lot.
Yeah, but I think they keep it somewhat of a close game. So I'm going to take the Colts here plus 13.5.
Okay. Nick?
All right. So looking at this game, obviously everyone says, oh, they're going to look at me and say the number's too high. Well, here's the theory. If you think Phillip Rivers is going to play good, I don't think the spread is going to hit, because they're going to have to play massive defense behind him to keep the points down. So if you're taking Phillip Rivers, you're either hoping that the under hits or you're taking the points with the Colts. Now, I don't trust old man Rivers as far as I could throw him.
Old man Rivers.
Nick, I'm going to say this. There's a possibility that you could throw farther than old man Rivers.
Well, yeah. I think so. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm actually taking the Seahawks to cover on the 13.5. They're the much better team.
Go.
Darnold's playing good ball.
Yes.
I like Njigba. I think he's playing good ball too. Rivers too old. I think they're going to send a ton of blitzes his way that he's going to have to avoid. I think it's going to be Blitz City from Seattle. Instead of 12th man, it's going to be like 15th man coming towards him.
Exactly right.
So I take the Seahawks to cover in a rarefied 13.5.
All right. Thanks for taking all the points. Tom?
Tyrese Halliburton, Caitlin Clark, Daniel Jones.
Oh my God, you're right.
Indianapolis is cursed.
Oh.
Besides the Indiana football team, by the way.
Damn.
That's the only team that isn't cursed right now.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Until they lose in the playoffs.
We'll see where Mendoza goes in the draft.
No.
All right,
Tom,
here's
go
my.
ahead.
Okay, I hate these kind of lines, but yeah, I'm concerned. I kind of have that feeling on the inside that if Old Man Rivers plays, he's gonna end up having a better game than most expect. But let's be really honest here, guys. I think even the Colts defense is taking a little bit of a step back and going up against a high-powered offense in Seattle, where you've got Sam Darnold, who is continuing to prove himself. You've got JSN, who is probably one of the best, if not the absolute best receiver that's gone on right now in football the last month or so. You've got Cooper Kupp still there, Kenneth Walker still there. They're an unbelievable team, and you know how high I've been on Seattle since the beginning of this season. So you know what? Screw this high line. I'll take it. Seattle, take the money.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the most challenging spots that Phillip Rivers could return to after years away from the game. I mean, you go from being away from 5 years and then going into Lumen Field in Seattle, which is a very difficult place to play, and then factor in how well the Seahawks are playing on both sides of the ball right now. Mike Macdonald is building the Seahawks team into what the Colts thought it was going to be at the start of the year, and a much, much better version. And the one thing, and when the Colts were 8-1, I said the one thing the Colts had going for them at 8-1 was their health. Well, they trade for Sauce Gardner, he gets hurt. DeForest Buckner, he gets hurt. Daniel Jones, hurt. I mean, and so really, even before Jones went out with the Achilles injury, there were already flaws in the Colts team. They still have got a good amount of talent on the offensive side of the ball, but I just can't see how Phillip Rivers is going to go in there 5 years away in a very tough place against a team that's playing exceptionally well right now, no matter where they play. I'm taking the Seahawks, and I'm going to lay all 13.5 points without a doubt in at Lumen Field. It'd be a great story, though, if Rivers can go in there and play well. But it's a damn shame for the Colts because, I mean, the timing of this was just terrible on all ends, and they couldn't go out and trade or get another quarterback who they have right now. So that's what it is there. All right, we have one more fast-track game, and I need a quick pick here. Nick, Adam Amin, Drew Brees, and Christina Pink on Fox as we've got the San Francisco 49ers. That's Brock Purdy and the Niners, 12.5-point favorites at Levi Stadium against the Tennessee Titans.
I mean, if we keeping a buck right now, we ass.
That's all I got to say.
Tom?
I mean, if we keeping a buck right now, we ass.
Grant.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna play the sound, but I mean, 49ers without a doubt.
Zan?
Niners, usually I wouldn't pick such a big number in this spot, but the Titans can't score, so this should be an easy cover.
Ben?
What Zan said.
Let's go.
Christy?
What Zan said.
Mike, the number is over 11.5. What do we have?
But
do
it's the Titans. It's the Titans. So I'm going to take the 49ers here.
Let's go.
There's an asterisk to that rule. That is,
Yeah.
if it's the Titans. That's a good point. Got to read the
Which means congratulations, Tennessee.
Well, what about me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to let Johnny go.
Uh-oh. 2 times this episode.
I forgot about you earlier in the season, so you play revenge. Titans just came off of scoring 31. That's not going to happen here.
They played the Browns.
The Browns good defense, though. No,
And the Titans
taking the money.
still won, by the way.
I'm taking the money. Clean sweep there in San Francisco. All right, now we go to the primetime games. Christy, it is, in fact, a Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark special on Sunday Night Football at NBC. Dak Prescott and your Dallas Cowboys 5.5-point favorites against J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings.
Okay, I hate the fact this is a Sunday night game because
it should not be.
It should not be, exactly, Grant. It should not be a Sunday night
my
game.
team,
Should have.
Agreed.
I
Yes,
agree
I mean,
with you.
why
I
did the
agree with you.
NFL flex
Guys,
either
guys,
Bills,
let
Pats,
Christy
or
finish.
Lions? Yeah, it's like, why did the NFL flex either Bills, Pats, or Lions, Rams into the spot? Because this does not make sense to me at all. But the Cowboys are at home. Vikings are not doing so hot, despite the fact they have Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the league. Cowboys, -5.5.
How about them Cowboys?
Tom, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. This game should not be the only reason this game is Sunday night.
Even he
football.
doesn't think so.
There's only one reason why this game is Sunday Night Football, and that's because somehow the Cowboys still have a chance to catch the Eagles and get the NFC East title. And honestly, if the Eagles continue to play the way that they play, and they somehow get upset by the Raiders this week, which is unimaginable to say, but you never know, that the Cowboys could end up pulling it off somehow. It's going to look like the Eagles of 2 years ago. That being said, the Viking season's pretty much over. Dallas, take the money.
How about them Cowboys?
Mike?
Yeah, I like the Cowboys here. I mean, Dak's playing very good. Javonte Williams is playing good. The Vikings are not playing good. Yeah, I guess J.J. McCarthy had a decent game last week, but still Jefferson's not getting the ball, so your offense is not explosive. I don't know what's going on with CeeDee Lamb, but even without CeeDee Lamb, Cowboys are very good. So
he cleared concussion protocol.
I was going to ask what the update on him was.
He's in.
Yeah, so Cowboys -5.5.
How about them Cowboys?
Nick?
Yeah, I like the Cowboys too. What was the stat I heard? Dak has the highest completion percentage, I think, for this season. I think it was 69%. I just looked it up. So he's having a good year. I got to give him a lot of credit. Dak is actually having a decent year. It's the other parts of the team that are not having a good year. That hit the line, the defense. Those are the parts having the bad. But the Vikings are just are drowning. They're on the Titanic heading for the iceberg right now.
I think they just hit the iceberg. To be honest.
So I don't love the Cowboys always, but in this game, they're going to beat the Vikings. Take the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Grant?
Yeah, I mean, there is one reason and one reason only why I'm watching this game, and that is because of fantasy. This is not a Sunday Night Football worthy football game. But in fantasy, I'll make sure that CeeDee Lamb has a good game and stuff like that. But with that being said, I am going to take the Cowboys to win and cover.
How about them Cowboys?
Zan?
I like Dallas. Minnesota just doesn't show me enough for the last month, and it looks like they're just limping to the end of the season, and this is just another disaster and a game that the Cowboys can't afford to lose. Because, as Tom said, the NFC East could be very, very interesting over the next couple of weeks. So Dallas needs this game more than Minnesota. So give me the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Ben?
Yeah, this shouldn't be Sunday Night Football. We should be playing on Sunday Night Football. Whatever. Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Ben, they flexed you next week. Can't have it 2 weeks in a row. And the Patriots and the Bills were on Sunday Night Football already.
Yeah, but we have a chance to win it in our bar. Give it to Sunday night, whatever.
It's better at 1 o'clock though than at nighttime. You all can go to bed early. I got 4 Christmas parties next week. I can use them. By the way,
come on, Johnny, down some coffee.
Oh, trust me, I have it.
There you go.
Shoot, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm taking the Cowboys. It's gonna be another clean sweep.
How about them Cowboys?
Because I mean, the thing would be, am I going to get the J.J. McCarthy of last week or from a couple of times this year? It's hard to say he's going to duplicate that. But the only other thing would be, Brian Flores, he'll blitz against Dak. Dak's great against the blitz, so it's not a good matchup from them. Vikings keep it close for a little bit, but Dallas pulls away second half. I'm going to take the boys. Clean sweep there at AT&T Stadium. And then Ben will wrap up the week in chilly Aquashore Stadium, a Monday Night Football on ESPN with Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters, and Laura Rutledge, as we've got the Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. And the Steelers are a field goal favorite.
Yeah, this game shockingly has some implications, which I wasn't expecting maybe a couple weeks ago, because the Dolphins somehow are kind of still in this race. However, it stops this game. One word and one word only. 2 in the cold. It ain't happening again. He wanted to beat the Jets. He ain't going to Pittsburgh and doing that again. Give me Pittsburgh.
Christy.
I never pick Pittsburgh. I don't like the Steelers, but you know what? Tua doesn't play well in the freezing cold, so I'm going with the Steelers.
You know what's funny? So here's the crazy thing about this year. The Dolphins have the same record as the Ravens and the Chiefs at 6 and 7.
Weird.
And the thing with the Dolphins, though, too, is, Tua just went out in cold weather and did last week, and no TJ Watt for the Steelers on Monday night.
Collapsed lung. Yeah.
So he's actually out of surgery, but he's not going to be cleared in time to play Monday.
Okay.
So that changes things for me a little bit. So instead of going for a team, I think this game does actually get a little bit looser than the 41.5. So I'm going to go over the number there in Pittsburgh.
So, Johnny, that's this.
Yeah, it's not going to be, unfortunately, it's not a game that's going to get into the 30s. I think 20s for either team is definitely in play. So that's why I'll take the loose. Mike?
Watch.
Yeah.
Watch, Johnny. 22-19.
That would be over.
All right, that would be under.
Oh, be under.
All
No,
right,
you're
welcome back. I'm Joe Buck with Troy Aikman, Lisa, and Laura on the sidelines. We've hit the 2-minute warning. It's 13-6. There we go. Mike?
Yeah, I'm going to do something I haven't done all year. I'm going to pick the Steelers to win here. I do think they win this game. I know, Grant. But I'm going for points. I want to win.
That's right.
So I'm taking the Steelers here to cover.
Wow.
Nick?
Yeah, I like the Steelers too. As much as it pains me as an Aaron Rodgers hater, but the Steelers are the better team. It's not close. I think the cold weather factor does come into play. I get it. I know they beat the Jets. I got that, but I just think
the Jets.
But you're right. It is the Jets. The Steelers are better. The TJ Watt thing, will it be a small factor, not a large factor, small factor in the game defensively, which could lead to some points? Yes, but I still think the Steelers have much better offensive weapons. So give me the Steelers.
Tom?
Does the TJ Watt being out, and I hope for the best for him, but does that hurt? Yes, but as you guys are kind of alluding, playing the Jets in the cold versus playing a home team Steelers in the cold, 2 different cases, 2 different
100%.
scenarios, 2 different circumstances. And the Dolphins have had some struggles, and I know they're on their way back, but I think at this point they've been beat up a little too early in the season. It's a little too late. The Steelers are fighting to ensure that they can lock up the AFC North eventually, and it's that Mike Tomlin magic, as much as some Pittsburgh people don't like to hear it. And this one for you, Morganson.
RELAX.
Take the money.
Grant.
Well, Michael, I am sticking to our pact, and I will not pick the Steelers, and I'm not going to pick the Dolphins either. So I'm going to take the under on 41.5.
All right.
It's actually not a bad pick, to be honest.
No, it's
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
It's Johnny.
It's. I was leaning that way too, but I decided to go the other way. By the way, I'm still hoping for that Steeler-Packers Super Bowl. It'd be epic.
That would be unbelievable. That would be cinema.
In that hypothetical situation, I am sorry for all us Bears fans in this room, but I would take the Packers if that
We'll be down 2 people in the live stream.
Oh.
Zan, last pick of the week is yours.
Pittsburgh at home. Miami, they have too many struggles offensively, and it has been alluded to too in the cold is bad news. Give me the Steelers.
All right, so that'll put a wrap on week 15 of the football forecast. So Of course, just your friendly reminders to make sure to check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/ETB Network, where you can get not only this show, but you can get all of our podcasts here on the show as we wrap up 2025. Of course, if you can't watch us on the video side, you can listen to the Football Forecast wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And of course, you should follow us on social media, TFB Forecast ETB, where you can get the best of clips from this show. So a couple of notes here as we wrap up the show this week. Make sure to check out the Gridiron Gurus. That is still going to happen week 15. That is going to be on our social media feeds Sunday at noon Eastern with the guys as they get you ready for a big week 15 of the show. And then just a programming note, and you're going to see this a lot at the end of these shows for the next several weeks here. But next week's Football Forecast will premiere a day early. It will come out on Friday the 19th. That's because of the Saturday games. Yeah, because we have 2 Saturday games starting at 5 p.m. Next week. And then, of course, we've got Christmas and we've got Saturday games almost the rest of the way until Conference Championship Sunday. So next week we'll be on Friday, 3 p.m. on the video side. So you can check us out a day early to get you ready for big week 16. So a big weekend, of course, with playoff scenarios. We're going to get our playoff position hopefully starting to shape up just a little bit here. But other than that, it's a great weekend slate.
Yeah, it's a good week. We're getting very close to the end of the season. And then we're going to have our playoff shows. We don't go away after the regular season. We bring you playoff episodes, too.
Yeah, no offense.
We go straight through until actually the week after the Super Bowl because we have our post-mortem. So we're still on for at least another 2+ months. So you have that.
Yeah. So
this is the time where I stop to care about the betting lines. No offense. I'm more interested in seeing how the brackets start to play out.
Well, no, this is it right here. This is Tom's specialty, playoff scenarios. We'll have more as the weeks come up.
You know what's surprising, Johnny? You haven't crumbled up a paper like in a couple of weeks and thrown it over your shoulder. It's impressive too.
Pulling the Tony Reale.
Yeah, when I go 0-17 this week, we'll be throwing everything. So there it is. And we're 0-1 to start. So let's get out of here and hopefully get some winners.
Yes.
So for everybody here on the ETB Network, I'm Johnny Monspano. Go enjoy the football weekend, everybody. It's going to be a great one. And we'll see you next Friday for week 16.